Hello, Clemson. My name's Micah Floyd, and I am completing my vlog assignment for CU1000 from the thing. One second. Just there we go. Okay, so I went to the morality versus religion. Um, are you a good person? I think is what it was titled. Um, I mean, I chose that one because I enjoy, theoretical discussions on I guess morality as a whole, or just like things on the human race, in general, in terms of like everything and existence. I've always been interested in religion and I guess morality in general, but more so religion and I guess why it exists. So I figured since this is an assignment that was mandatory, might as well choose something that I'm interested in. So chose that one. And within the group as a whole, um, I feel like we did talk, pretty openly and well. I mean, everyone at some point did talk, which was nice. It seemed like we were all very much so on the same page. That it was a dialogue, but the dialogue was all in agreement. Well, I mean, in dialogue, there's no disagreeing or agreeing, so I guess that doesn't really matter. But just there were no opposing, not opposing. There wasn't there wasn't much difference in each person's perspectives. We all thought the same thing, which kind of made it feel like we were validating ourselves. There weren't any extremists or anything like that, which or no spoken extremists, which kind of bothered me because whenever we would talk about extremists in the group, it seemed like we were speaking poorly of them when the I mean I guess that wasn't the purpose of the dialogue anyway, but to talk about religions in terms of religion and morality together, but it was like, is it moral to judge people based on their religions? And we were judging pretty heavily on people who were extremists, or I guess it's the extremist ideal in general. So that kind of bothered me a little bit. But everyone did have a chance to talk. It didn't seem like anyone was like hiding a point or anything like that. Just I'd say most of the people were kind of wanting to get it over with, and I mean, I kind of wanted to get it over with, but I tried to have fun with it while I was there. Why not? But a lot of people just kind of sat there and waited till it was done, and once it was over, we just kind of left. But I thought the discussion as a whole was pretty interesting. Um, in terms of how people, well, just looking at how people saw what a good person is, and which I guess kind of bothered me because I don't feel like a good person can be defined, but it was cool to hear and see other people. Well, a lot of people, well, at least one guy in particular that was in my little subgroup, shared the same um, thinking as me, which was pretty cool to see that other people think like that. I haven't really talked in large groups about this, just being with close friends, and they always. Well, actually, some of them really disagree with me, but it's always fun to talk about. Um, I mean, there were active voices, but the active voices were all saying the same thing. So I guess it was just kind of one. Well, I mean, we were all just kind of one voice. There weren't really different voices. It was just all. I'm come from a different place, but I don't judge others, and I shouldn't. I found that out when I grew up, which is kind of funny because it seemed like, well, at least the majority of people that spoke up, um, hit a point in their life where they found out that what their parents believed wasn't all that's out there. That's just kind of funny because they believe it and it's the only thing out there according to them. But I guess it depends on what they believe, isn't it? Um, but I mean, there were certainly some more outspoken people than others, but I'd say that the people who weren't speaking up weren't really hiding things. On people that were speaking up were just saying the same thing, so it wasn't too much of a difference in terms of people. Um, I tried to be kind of like a devil's advocate or like have an opinion of the group. I didn't talk too much, but I just tried to because I mean I didn't want to. I have a tendency to prove myself right. And I didn't. I mean, it's a this dialogue, not an argument, or so. I don't want to like set up like speaking and making points and anything like that. So I didn't talk too much, but I tried to ask or like set things like share my feelings of something in a certain way that would make the other person think. At one point, I mentioned mental illnesses as something that it's a gray area on whether you think someone's a good or bad person if they have a mental illness. But and I mean that was just one of the topics that I brought up. But I didn't talk too much. I think it's a part the dialogue's a part of C1000 to kind of get students talking. I guess meeting each other and in terms of the entire thing to get along with each other. I think that's kind of how all of them were set up to. Is it's just a controversial subject, and Clemson wants each other. The students want, or the Clemson as a whole wants each student to get along with each other student and not judge based off of anything in some form or fashion. So I think that was the purpose of C1000 to kind of bring peace to everything. Um, and I guess as a useful tool, I would say I do. Um, kind of wish there was more with it, or I don't know. Like it just kind of feels like, hey, here it is. Now you're on your own type thing. Um, and I mean, with there's too many groups that we keep being like they're all different groups that we keep being split up in. It'd be nice to kind of like keep the same I guess welcome group as we did dialogue group and just kind of have like a couple dialogues here and there just to kind of talk about I guess a little bit of everything. But I'd say it's better to have what was there than to not have it. Um, I mean, I think the vlog assignment's a little tedious, but as far as the actual discussions go, I really enjoyed it, and I think more would be beneficial for the student body as a whole. So that's all I believe. I don't think I'm missing any questions. Um, so that is all, and enjoy.